see here. Make sure we've got everything going okay. All right. Okay. Hi there, you guys. Good morning. So, this is actually not the original class I taught a couple days ago. Somehow my computer decided not to save the recording to my computer. So I am on here again, and I'm going to share it with all of you that asked for the replay or weren't able to show up the first time. So let me get to the slideshow, and we'll get started. Forgive me for a moment while I share my screen with you. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So here we go. So today's class is all about how to create your own fun and simple summer DIYs. I absolutely love DIY. It's been something I've been doing for so many years now. And I love it when I'm able to share simple and fun recipes with people like you, that so I can encourage you to realize how easy it really is to make a lot of things from scratch at home. So, but first, before we dive into DIYs, I want to talk about stress for a couple minutes. Let's be really honest and real here. This past several months has been really hard. It's been hard on our country and our nation in so many different levels, different ways. I was talking to a friend the other day, and we're talking about how January and the forest fires in Australia and all these things that are really affecting our country were still this year. They happened just a few months, about 5 or 6 months ago. It feels like a lifetime ago almost. And so I know that with the virus and everything else, with all these horrific losses of lives that have been going on, we're experiencing a lot of stress. We're all home together. We're all just experiencing levels of stress that are just not what we're used to. And not that these little simple tips I'm going to share with you are going to solve everything, because they're not. But I at least want to give you a few tips and pointers that at least have helped me be able to just reduce some of my stress. And because I know that when you start to reduce your stress, it's really going to help you to enjoy your summer more, especially because I know a lot of you are moms. You've already been with your kids all the time, whether you homeschool or you were doing distance learning, you're all together. So here are a few simple tips that I have really found that have worked well for me in trying to reduce some of my stress. First of all, I like to try to find a calming oil. For me personally, that oil is frequently lavender or another soothing blend that is able just to, when you can smell it, that just instantly kind of triggers you and allows you to be like, okay, calm me down. And even though I don't have it on here, I have like a certain playlist I play that when I hear that first song, that helps me just to instantly be like, okay, we've got this. Let's just take a deep breath for a moment. For me, that is one way that really helps me let go of a little bit of stress in the moment. And think about like what recharges you. Is it locking yourself in the bathroom for 5 minutes and reading a book? Is it taking a short walk, going out on the grass and just enjoying the fresh air and the beauty of the day? For me, like I also know that like my house doesn't have grass, and I absolutely love grass. And so I was house sitting recently, and they have grass. Well, they live out in the country, so they have like a big backyard. They have all sorts of grass, and so I would just go out there and sit with the dogs and enjoy being in the grass. So for me, that actually recharges me. Maybe it's different. Like, and I love that Sally Clarkson, who's an author and podcaster that I followed for a long time now, talks about just taking like a Sabbath pause and having tea time in the afternoon. And so a few times a week, I'll take like 10 to 15 minutes when I'm able to just to make myself a cup of tea. I'll be honest, quite often coffee, and put on that calming playlist I was talking about and just open up a book and just read for a few minutes. And then there's other things sometimes, like, like that you might want to consider adding a supplement to your day. Like I until this year, did not actually take supplements for stress and things, but I added one this past few months and have realized it actually has really helped. And I've been sleeping better and I feel more productive during the day and have more energy for the day. Also, just give yourself grace. Our lives are complicated and they're busy and they're full of life and full of so many different things. And it's okay if you can't do it all. And if you're having one of those days where you are more tired, like, give yourself that opportunity just to embrace the grace of not being perfect, because none of us are. And so anyway, so I know that, like, at least if you try to reduce it in that stress, it's one little element to help you try to be able to enjoy your summer more. So now, why DIY? There's a lot of different reasons. Every single person does DIY for different reasons. Here are a few that I think that are important. Frequently, it saves money. Sometimes it's not the case, but most of the time I found that when I'm cooking from scratch, especially when I'm cooking from scratch, when I'm making my own personal body care products, when I make my own household cleaners and different things like that, that it has saved me so much money, like making my own herbal tinctures and my own essential oil blends and different things. Like, all of those things do save so much money. And if you ever want extra recipes, just ask me, because I have a bunch of my blog, so I can send you links for those. Like, another reason why I love to DIY, and I think it's a great option for most people to choose, is that it's customizable. You are in control of exactly what goes into your products. You don't need to be worried about, well, is this ingredient safe, or is this ingredient, like, is this scent of something that my kids and my family actually enjoy? You get to be in charge of that. You're picking what is going into your products, which I think is, again, another reason why DIY is an amazing option. It also can mean less trips to the store. I make my own laundry soap. I make my own dishwasher detergent. I make a lot of my own deodorant and different things like that too. And when I'm out of dishwasher detergent, it's nice to know that I can just go grab 4 ingredients from the area where I keep all of my DIY products. My essentials for making DIY products. And in less than 5 minutes, I can have dishwasher detergent. That's less time than it takes to get in your car and pull out the driveway. Even less if you are wrangling kids into car seats. Plus, it's fun. I think that, like, there can be so much joy and pleasure that comes from creating your own products. And, well, there was another one I was going to say, and it kind of slipped my mind. So, anyway, DIY is pretty awesome. So, now let's get to a few of the recipes. The first recipe I wanted to share with you is my kid-friendly bug spray. Now, I know, like, that now that it's summer, and it's, for some of us, like in Central Valley, California, it's been hot for a few months now, like since the end of April. So you're out and about more, you're going to lakes, you're going hiking in the mountains, you're going if you live out in the country and there's a lot of bugs out. In just your own yard, you're playing, there is bugs pretty much everywhere. Mosquitoes, whatever, you name it. So this is a bug spray that I've been using for, I would say, close to 8 years. And well, I get that we do need to protect our bodies, and we don't want to be covered, because we don't want to get bug bites. But also, I'm not a fan of using commercial bug spray, because it has something that's called DEET, and that is actually a pesticide. And I get that it's trying to deter the pest, but really, like, we want to be able to be good stewards of our body, and, like, be in control, like I was saying, like, why we do DIY, like, be in control of what is going on and in your body, and doing what you think is best for your family, and keeping your body safe. And so, simple things like making your own bug spray are a great way to start. Now, there's a lot of different essential oils that you can use to deter pests, but the list I have here is the ones that are kid safe, and so those are the ones I just find that are my personal preference, the ones I like to use. So those are lavender, geranium, cedarwood, citronella, and tea tree oil, or melaleuca. And it is so simple. You just take a spray bottle, like a little 4-ounce spray bottle. Then you add 3 drops of essential oil of your choice. So I usually pick 3 from the list of kid-safe oils and put 10 of each. I add an ounce of witch hazel, 3 ounces of distilled water or boiled water. Though sometimes, if I know I'm going to be going through this quickly, I'll just add water from my water filter. I have a Berkey. And then if you want to, for skin softening agent and to thicken it up a little bit, you can add a teaspoon of vegetable glycerin. And that you can get on Amazon, or if you're a member of Asher Standard, I bought some in bulk there years ago, and I use that for making different glycerides and adding, which is a type of tincture and different things like that. So then you just pour all those ingredients in here, you screw your cap on, you shake it up, and you're good to go. It's as easy as that. And it will last you at least a few months. I personally have had this one for more than a year, and it's still fine to use. But if you're going to be wanting to keep it for long-term storage, if you're going to be using it over a long period of time, it'd probably be a good idea to put it in your refrigerator. So next up, let's go to our next one, an after sun skin soother. So we are, obviously it's summertime, so we're out and about more often, and we ignore out in sun. And sunburns happen, like even if we're, wearing long sleeves, or if we are using hats and using sunscreen, frequently at least you're going to get one burn during the summer. So this is a super, once again, easy to make DIY. You just take a cup of aloe vera, a cup of distilled water, and then 15 drops of lavender essential oil. You can add a couple drops of peppermint if you want, but I generally just tend to stick with lavender. And then you pour all those into a spray bottle. You could use one like this. This is actually my thieves cleaner, but a spray bottle you can dump it all in, shake it up. Key is to keep it in the refrigerator, not necessarily just to keep it fresh, but also because when your skin is warm or hot and burned from being in the sun, the coolness is going to be more refreshing. Now, I used to live in Mexico, and there where I was living, we had huge aloe plants. And so I was working at a school for the deaf, and so it was a boarding school, and there was kids and people everywhere all the time. And we would do lots of cooking and different things. And so we had massive aloe vera plants. And so when someone would get a sunburn, or if you would burn your hand or your finger in the kitchen, you just go out to the plant with a knife, slash off a leaf, open it up, put it on, you're good to go. But I don't have an aloe vera plant that's that big. My plants are about this big, really thin leaves, and it's just not super practical for most people to go slash open aloe vera and scrub it everywhere, put it everywhere. I do that for little small burns, like when I'm cooking, but I don't really do that for sunburns anymore. And then lavender essential oil is just so good for immediately. I've come to find out, like if I've put it on my finger when I burn it in the kitchen, it has prevented my finger from blistering. Generally, the pain goes away much more quickly. So that's why it's the oil that I chose to put in here. To add those all in, shake it up, keep in the refrigerator for about a month. The aloe vera gel is more perishable than other things like glycerin and witch hazel. So then you keep in the fridge. When you have a sunburn, you just take it out, shake it up, spray it all over. But if you're going to be putting it on your face, I would suggest spraying it in your hand to try to avoid the eyes and patting it in. Same with the bug spray. I wouldn't spray the bug spray directly on your face. You don't get those oils in your eyes, because even though they are natural, they're still going to cause an irritant to your eyes, and you don't want to do that. The next up is Sunny Summer Scents. I love hygge, and I probably am saying that wrong because I usually do, but hygge is the Danish concept of being cozy, and generally it's associated with the wintertime, and it's that feeling of cozy and being together. But I think that even when it's summer and it's hot, hygge applies year round. I have a whole blog post about that too, because I'm passionate about hygge. I think that there's different ways to celebrate hygge each season. And one of the ways I like to celebrate hygge and embrace it in the summertime is by creating summery scents that make me feel uplifted and cheerful, but at the same time kind of do give you that just like cozy feel too. So my first blend is a citrus blend. I do 2 drops of grapefruit, 1 drop of lime, 1 drop of lemon, and 1 drop of orange. And that one is just, obviously, it's like kind of like a fruit salad. You just are automatically just smell all of these different citrus scents that uplift and make you just feel more happy. And then I have one that is my own personal favorite blend that is 2 drops of grapefruit, 2 drops of lavender, and 1 drop of bergamot. Now that one, like I said, is kind of that balance of like the grapefruit is uplifting, and the lavender and the bergamot give you more of that soothing, calming effect. So they kind of balance out each other really nicely so that you're able to just fully embrace that hoopiness in the summertime. Then lastly, I like to make simple syrups. And one of my favorites, even though you might not always think about it, is lavender simple syrup. I am a huge iced coffee fan, hot coffee, hot cocoa, hot chocolate. Well, same thing, but anyway. And then chocolate milk, and even making my own, like kombucha, water kefir, basically all of the beverages. And one of my favorite things to do is to make a simple syrup. Now you can make for this recipe, I just put on using equal parts unrefined sugar and water. So 1 cup water, 1 cup unrefined sugar. You take those to a boil, and you stir it until the sugar is dissolved, and then you have a simple syrup. You can also use sucanat or rapadura or coconut sugar, even honey. It's going to alter the flavor a little bit. So if you're wanting just a really clean, simple, neutral flavor, then I would use unrefined sugar, because otherwise each of the other syrups do take on that flavor of the sugar, this type of sweetener that is. I've never tried making a simple syrup with erythritol or xylitol. I'm not entirely sure how you'd go about that, because I know that you're relying on the sugar content when you're making a syrup to break down and thicken the syrup. And so I feel like the erythritol and xylitol probably just dissolve, so it wouldn't have quite the same consistency and thickness. So if you try it, you can always let me know. And I'd really try it too. And same like with stevia. Like stevia, using such a minuscule amount that you can't really make a true syrup with it. But anyway, so you bring those two to a boil. Once the sugar has dissolved and your syrup is formed, you remove it from the heat. Now, I personally generally use 2 tablespoons of dried lavender instead of an essential oil. And then I mix that in and I let it steep for a while, for about, I don't know, I say probably like 20 to 30 minutes. And then I pour it through a strainer and to catch all of the lavender blossoms. Then I have my syrup. But when you're short on time, if you don't have lavender blossoms, at the end, you could add, once it's cool, not hot. That's one of the keys, because heat destroys some of the properties of essential oils. I can add in 2 drops of lavender essential oil and then stir that up. Also, another key that I didn't put on here is that if you want your syrup to be that beautiful, like purpley pink color that you think of when you think of lavender syrup, the key is to add blueberries, just about 2 tablespoons of fresh frozen blueberries, or frozen, either work. I've never tried dried, so that would probably come out more of a brown murky color. So yeah, fresh or frozen blueberries, same thing, you add them in at the end, and you just mix them up and let them steep for a while, strain it out. And when you use unrefined sugar, or unrefined cane sugar, or if you use honey, you're gonna have a beautiful purpley pink color. Sometimes I'll just have mineral water and I will add the simple syrup to it. It gives it this most gorgeous pink color. I have a couple pictures on Instagram, so if you want to look it up, you can. And I probably should reshare it, because it's just an awesome recipe and I love it. You could also, if you feel like it, use a few different other essential oils to give the syrup its flavor instead. You could do one like with orange or lime. I don't ingest citrus oils very often, but it's a really small amount, so I'm kind of more comfortable with it. But yeah, my go-to syrup usually is lavender, because I can use it in coffee or my own homemade sodas. But anyway, so yeah, those are my favorite simple DIYs for the summer that are just fun and just a way to embrace the summer and get a little bit of DIY action on and like save some money. Now, I just want to talk to you really quick about just the oils that I do use. If you didn't pick it up already, I do use Young Living. There are some other companies that I think are amazing as well that I actually do have some in my collection, but I've really come to fall in love with Young Living and their oils and their products. I actually started with purchasing Young Living for the makeup, which I'm wearing today, not a ton. They have a beautiful, lovely, like natural makeup that is mineral-based makeup, and they do include some essential oils in it. And I've been in love with their makeup for the past year and have not looked back and bought it from many other companies. But yeah, so just, like, because I am really about just living a life of grace and having grace in yourself. Like, I don't think that anyone has the total key on the market. I just know that Young Living is a company that I trust and that does make high quality oils. So if you do have other companies you like to use oils from and you're going to make some recipes, that's awesome. If you want to learn more about Young Living, I would love to talk to you. So right now they have what is called the Premium Starter Kit. It has 12 different oils. It comes with a diffuser, like this cute little one in the watercolor. I have that one. And then it comes with 2 packs of Niksha, which is a liquid supplement that I've been taking probably about almost every day for the past 6 months. And I really noticed an increase in my energy and just overall felt a lot better. They also it gives you a little bottle of their hand purifier, which is their version of a hand sanitizer. And then they also give you a small sample of their thief spray, which is become my favorite cleaner. And like I was talking about, I'm a DIY girl. I like to do things myself. I have lived and sworn by my vinegar and essential oil cleaner for 8+ years now. But their thief spray is super concentrated. It is so affordable. You use just a capful per bottle. So the little thief spray sample you get is probably going to make you about 4 bottles the size of cleaner. And so those are all and then you also get little filaments, like little top rollers that you can put on directly on a bottle. So I don't use my oils neat or directly on my skin very often. And so when one of my bottles is almost at the bottom and say it's like lavender, I wanted to make some kind of blend for headaches or something, or to rub it on a burn, I can take off the top of my essential oil bottle. I can pour in a carrier oil, which would be for example, jojoba oil or argan oil or fractionated coconut oil. And I can put this little filament in, and then it's a roller ball, and you can roll it on wherever you need it. And it's also a great way to get out the little last bits of the oils in your bottle. So right now, I'm just through the end of June 30th, I'm offering $25 back off your very first order when you order a starter kit. That the premium starter kit or any of the ones that are 100 are any of the premium starter kits, I'm offering $25 back. But specifically this premium starter kit is my favorite. There's other ones you can buy that have even a more beautiful diffuser, kind of like the picture of the diffuser in my slide about the diffuser blends. But also, right now you get, if you order with me through August 30th, but it has to be before midnight, and you get a free bottle of citronella, which is one of the oils in the bug spray. So that comes down to less than $11 per bottle of oil, plus the diffuser, which on its own is worth about $65, if I remember right. 2 Ningxia packets and a hand purifier, and the ability to make 4 bottles of cleaner this size. So some of the oils that are in the starter kit, well, actually all of them are lavender, which my favorite oil, hands down. Peppermint, where is my peppermint? Peppermint is my other top oil. These, if I could have no other oils, these are the 2 oils that I would have on hand all the time, because they are just the best oils. They're actually 2 of the most affordable oils as well. So these 2 are the best. Then there's also lemon. Lemon is another one of my favorite oils. Like I said, you can make your own cleaners. Super good for using cleaners and different things like that. You get Valor, which is another great blend. Before last year, had not used a whole lot of blends, but I've really come to realize that sometimes having a custom pre-made blend is really awesome. Peace and Calming, which is great for reducing stress and for helping you sleep at night, I'll put this in my diffuser. Maybe put like a dab on my collar, let it just like diffuse. And that just is very soothing and relaxing and helps me sleep better. Frankincense, super pricey oil, but great price with the kit. One of my other absolute favorite oils. Use this for my skin and for a lot of other things. Headaches, you get Thieves, which is in all of like the cleaning products. It's one that's great for germs and when you're sick. You get Digest, which is digestion oil. Raven, Pan Away, and Stress Away. Stress Away is one of my other absolute favorite oils. I was talking about that one earlier when I was talking about ways to reduce stress. I'll put that in a roller bottle with a fractionated coconut oil, and I'll rub that on and put that on to help reduce stress. I also diffuse that one quite frequently, and I'll pair it with grapefruit, just because that's the combination I like. So there's those oils. Or there's also another kit that is called their Welcome Home Kit, and that comes with a cute little wooden rack for you to store your oils, and it comes with, once again, a lot of the oils I was talking about in the different diffuser blends, like all the citrus oils I was talking about come in that kit. So it comes with frankincense, lavender, peppermint, valor, grapefruit, lemon, lime, and tangerine. Tangerine's another one, fun one to diffuse when you want a citrus scent. Anyway, so if you are interested in learning more about Young Living, please talk to me. I would love to talk to you more about how you can get this kit, because it is an amazing deal. But just remember, like, if you do want to get the special offer of $25 back, that you would place your order and then I would send you, probably via PayPal, $25. Oh, sorry, you're seeing my text messages. So you get all of those for only $140 through June 30th, plus your extra free bottle. So if you are interested in signing up, this is my link. Or if a friend that already is selling Young Living invited you to this, you can talk to them. They're a part of our team and they'd love to help you get started. But if you are brand new to Young Living and you want to find out more, this is my link. Or you can shoot me a direct message on Instagram, or contact me at my for my blog, which is katiemay@nourishingsimplicity.org. I would love to talk to you. I'm just so glad that you guys came. And regardless of where you get your oils from, I hope that you will just continue to embrace learning how to make your own DIY products. So thanks for joining me.